Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about the ways that you can get into FBM, which is merchant fulfilled orders, as a result of Amazon only accepting certain categories into their FBA centers right now with what's going on in the world. So as of the last year and a half, I've only done FBA orders, but because of everything that's going on, Amazon has restricted what they're allowing into their warehouses. So that's forced me to have to go to the FBM route. And so far, since doing that in like the last 10 days, my sales have like exploded. More and more people are shopping online right now since they're being asked to stay home. So that has allowed me to have an increase in sales, and actually a huge increase in sales. In the last 30 days, I've sold about $750,000 worth of inventory, which is included with both my FBA and FBM shipments that I've been sending to both Amazon, which I do have still some items that I'm still able to send in because they are considered essential products. And then the rest of the items have been fulfilled by merchant fulfilled. So I've been packing them and shipping them myself and just printing the labels from Amazon's website right through Seller Central, and then you get a discounted shipping rate. So my tips for actually switching to FBM during this time are that you have to really stay on top of your orders. Your performance metrics matter a lot more now than they ever did before, because you have to really make sure that you're keeping the customer happy. And obviously with everything that's going on right now, customers seem to be complaining a lot more than they have in the past when I used to do FBM. But that's okay, because obviously I'm understanding of those customers, and you just have to be making sure that you're shipping the items when you say you are, and you're not holding off and marking something as shipped when it's not actually shipped, because you need to make sure that those customers are actually getting their items on time. The other thing that I highly recommend is only list the items that you actually have. Don't like go into drop shipping or doing anything like that. Just make sure you only list items that you actually currently have in stock and are able to either source, or that you already have at your warehouse. Because if you're saying, okay, I can get this item in a month, so I'm gonna list it now, and then it sells right away, then you could be on the hook for your performance metrics going down if you don't ship that item when you say you are. So make sure you're really on top of your inventory management, because that's absolutely key when it comes to fulfillment by merchant. So if you keep track of those things, you make sure you only sell the items that you do have, and you keep track of the merchant fulfilled performance metrics, and you ship the items on time, then you should be fine. And that's why I recommend, if you have always been an FBA seller, to switch to FBM right now. Based on everything that's going on and with how many people are shopping online, I highly recommend switching over to FBM during this time. But like I said, just keep those things in mind, because FBM is definitely a lot harder than FBA, and you have to keep on task a lot more and make sure you're working a lot more, because you're going to be having to individually pack every item rather than putting like 50 into one big box and sending it off to FBA. So it's a lot more work, but it is, right now it's more lucrative because you're not able to send most items into FBA. So if you want to keep your store moving, keep your items moving, then you need to do FBM right now, which is completely fine. And like I said, I've noticed a huge spike in sales as a result of doing this, so you could notice that as well. So I hope everyone's staying safe out there, and we're going to actually hop into my laptop now so I can show you my sales numbers over these last 30 days to prove that 750K, and that's 750,000 Canadian. I've done just over about 500 to 550,000 US in the last 30 days, and then when converted to Canadian dollars, based on the current exchange rate, it's about 750,000. So we're gonna hop into my laptop now and I'll show you those numbers. All right, so we are in my Amazon Seller Central right now, and you can see here that the last 30 days I've done $530,000 US on Amazon.com, or sorry, 530,000 US on both Amazon.com and Amazon.ca, and then just over 500,000 on Amazon.com, and then 22,000 on Amazon.ca. And when we convert that to Canadian dollars, we can see that 749,000, so just shy of 750,000 that I have done on Amazon.com and Amazon.ca in the last 30 days. So this is a huge spike in numbers for me. And we can see I've been having some days that are like over 50,000 Canadian that I'm selling in one single day, which is like significantly more than I would normally be selling. And we can see earlier in March, like as of March 1st, I did like 10,000 in a day. Now there's been days that I've done 50,000 in a day. So that's like 5 times what I'm used to normally doing in a day. So it's great to see this huge increase, obviously not as a result of what's going on in the world, but more so just as a result of what's actually happening with people actually staying in and shopping online. That's a positive, and that's why I'm happy that these sales are increasing, not as a result of what's actually happening. So with that being said, we can see that today so far we're at about 5 p.m. right now, and today so far I've done 27,000 in sales, which is a little lower, but hopefully as we get later in the day and right up until midnight, so we still got like 7 hours left of potential sales, that will get this number closer to 40 or 50,000 for today. So this just goes to show what's been happening with switching to FBM versus FBA. We're gonna hop into one other screen here and I'll show you the difference between the FBA and FBM sales. So as we can see, so far in the month of March, we have done 484,000 in sales in US dollars, and this is just on Amazon.com. And so we'll see between Amazon fulfilled has been 400,000, and then merchant fulfilled has been 83,000, but I only started it on as of March 17th. So since March 17th, so what is that? It's only been 10 days now that I've been doing merchant fulfilled orders. And so in those last 10 days, I've done 83,000 from packaging and shipping items myself. And then the other, how much was in FBA was 400,000. So mainly these items were already items that I had at Amazon's warehouses, because for the last 10 days I haven't been able to ship anything new. So it's mainly been stuff that was already shipped on their way to Amazon, or stuff that was already at Amazon's warehouse that have sold now. So that's 400,000 in inventory that I had purchased, sent in, and then now it's sold. So the profit for this month, I mean, if we're taking into account that my profit margin's typically around 18 to 23% net after everything, then on that 750,000, it'll be about, give or take, about 150,000 profit Canadian in 1 month. So it's significant. This is way more than I'm used to selling on Amazon, and as my business continues to grow, as I'm able to purchase more and more inventory, it's allowing me to buy the inventory up front, reinvest my profits, and continue to grow my inventory so that I can sell more and make more money. So we can see year to date so far, I've done 900,000 with fulfillment by Amazon, and then both has been 980,000. So by tomorrow, I'll hit $1 million in sales this year just on Amazon.com. And we can see when I go to table view that this is 184% increase from last year. In the whole year last year, including Q4, I sold 2.6 million, and I'm already at nearly $1 million, and we're not even 3 months into the year yet. So this is a huge opportunity for me to hit that goal of 5 million that I set at the beginning of the year, to be able to continue to grow this Amazon FBA business and to continue to show people like you my numbers, be as transparent as possible, and hopefully be able to help you to either start your Amazon FBA business or to grow your Amazon FBA business if you already have one. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it gives you a little insight on FBM. If you do have any questions about fulfillment by merchant, feel free to ask them below and I'll answer them as soon as I possibly can. And once again, thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more.